Right, I think we're live. Hello. How is everybody doing? How's things? How's life in universe? How has your week been? I apologize uh for being even more ill than usual, which I know sounds like an impressive feat considering how ill I am normally, but it is worse. Not well. So yeah. How is everybody doing? Hello, be right. How you doing? How's things? Uh, yeah, I don't know how. Hello, John. I don't know how well I'll do today. I don't know if I'll be able to stay for the full hour. I might end up. It might end up being a good distraction. But it also might be too much energy. So, we'll see how it goes. I thought I'd give it a try. Um, but yeah, I'm not well. Really, really not well. um, doing okay. How are you managing the fun that is life? The last statement that I said is about it. Not well. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah, I spent all day editing a video today, actually, that I'm pretty happy with. Um, which I think is a much needed introduction to monitors, which sounds like a weird thing to say, but I realized that like at least my reviews anyway are very jargon and like test filled, which is obviously a good thing, means that I'm hopefully giving you lots of useful information, but also, you know, it it means that if you are newer, if you don't, keep up with monitor reviewing, there's a very good chance that you watch one of my reviews and go, what what is a delta E average of under 2? What does that mean? So, sort of explaining all that sort of stuff, really. Hopefully it's useful. Hello, Luca. And hello, Chris. How you guys doing? How's things? How's life? How's yours? How's your week been? Uh, Sometimes the timing with the chat is on the edge of being wrong, especially if you type like I do. My friends at work used to say I typed quickly, key by key, but I need a reinforced backspace key. Nice, fair enough. Um, Luca's just having some tea. Chris has a cold, so been better, been worse. Fair enough. How are you, John? Sitting over there on Twitch. Hello, Jimma. I still don't really get why what you call it, YouTube has changed to the at usernames rather than the preferred usernames, because, you know, as with Luca here, Luca picked his, when was it, when you were like 12? Was that what you said? Because, um maybe 9. Nice. Nice. uh so while you still have, uh, I assume that's strength. Let me ask you another quick question about TrueNAS. Hit it. Um, yeah. At least I have the YouTube email. Fair. RD Core, hello. How you doing? AI to make cool stuff and Battlefield 6 at the moment. Uh, both of those things can be true. I don't have Battlefield 6 at the moment. It is I will get it eventually. I have not needed to test any systems yet. So I do intend to get it as a benchmark game if nothing else. But also it would be nice to, play it. I did enjoy the beta. But yeah, just so I think I mentioned last week or the week before, the ceiling in my bedroom basically fell down. So we have a plaster coming actually this Saturday. So we need to empty the bedroom. I need to take all the fixtures off and then take all the plaster off the ceiling so that the plaster can come and board it and fix a hole in the wall. So yeah, that and my health is just so bad. Today has been particularly awful. So yeah, my apologies if I'm not functioning today. I got my main Z1 pull with 4 terabytes and my backup with 1 terabyte Z2s. Was thinking about trying a few apps, mostly just Pi-hole and Jellyfin. The idea is to get an app pull with 2 SATA SSDs, but what size is 2 times 240 gig okay? Also, for the short time, I'll have to use Molex to SATA to power those 2 SSDs. That shouldn't be an issue since they draw way less power than Spinning Rust. So yeah, I don't have an app pull. I just install the my apps on my main pull. In fact, actually, do you know what? I have some energy. Ow. Long story short, I'm pretty sure that the ulcerative colitis that I have has spread up my intestines and to my stomach, and it is killing me. I'm booked in for a gastroscopy, which is camera down the throat, my 5th one. I'm 28, by the way. And I just really hate life. It's in Mount, isn't it? DF, right? Damn, that's not it. Give me a minute. I'm being an idiot. Can someone tell me what the command line for telling file sizes of folders is on Linux? Is it df or du? What gets me? Which one do you? Is that I or L? LSL does not give me size. Tells me the permissions. Da, 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 da. LS still doesn't tell me the size. Yeah, I thought it was DFH. I'm trying to. It's. But how do you get it to search subdirect? This is. I hate Linux so much. So I have in mount, I have my volume, and in the volume, I have my actual pool, like my storage pool, and then I have the IX applications folder, which has all of the applications in it. DF only goes one layer deep, so it's telling me that the IX applications folder is 384 kilobytes, which is not right. There's no way that that's right. Oh no, the IX apps folder. Different one apparently. That is. Okay, now this is why it's stupid. So the IX apps folder lists itself as 256 kilobytes. However, the Docker folder within that is 22 gigabytes. I just want to see the file size for the whole folder. Like if you use Windows and you right click, properties, it will go and calculate how much stuff is in with like under that subtree. Linux, man. The short answer is that it looks like it's maybe 30 or so gigabytes that I've got, give or take, including Olama data, which is a couple of models. Yeah, I thought it was DU. But then it counts every single file out, so I need to wait for it to finish counting before I can. Yes. And it's currently just counting Plex Media transcript. Crap. So yeah. But yeah. To clarify, John, I host Plex and Jellyfin. Don't ask. Pi-hole, and a bunch of other stuff, and that is probably 30 gigabytes or so. So yeah, you easily like 120 gig SSDs, even in RAID 1 for redundancy, you can easily do that. Use that. Yeah. First, one of my problems today is being dizzy, lightheaded. The room's kind of spinning. So my ability to function, like think clearly, is a little limited. So my apologies. My name is a boring derivation. My old Unix login name with UK added on the end, as it wasn't unique on the wider network. Nice. SH. I knew there was something. I'm really glad that the Elgato Wave 3 lets you mute stuff so quickly, so easily. Well, I'll let you know once it's finished counting that. I mean, the fact that it doesn't have to write out to the terminal is probably helping. This is why Linux engineers get paid loads. Agreed. Great, I'll get 2 cheap 120s to play with, and if anything comes out of it, we'll upgrade. Nice. No worries. Jen, the correct command would be find dot exec du dash h brackets plus, which finds all the files and directories, then runs du-h on them, or simply du-h to list all the files and directories within the current directory. Yeah. Yeah, fair. Have I mentioned that I still hate Linux? It's great, it's wonderful, and I hate it so much. I'm just trying to work out how much fucking space my, my shit uses on TrueNAS. um, the new Red Sack Battle Royale is free. I have seen thumbnails for videos about it, but I have not looked nor played. But nice. Oh, I got a new SFP Plus module for my firewall, but I think it draws too much power. I need to go from 2.5 watt to 1.5 watt. It's 2.5 watts. Like, what are you powering where 2.5 watts is too much power? Wait, I'm an idiot. I forgot how SFP Plus works. Right, got it. Yeah. Brain's not working. I literally can see two SFP Plus ports. Although I've never actually used them in person. It just... I forgot. What new tech have you got to show off? I upgraded the old Z390 to a Z790 recently. Nice, fair enough. I'm in the I can't remember when exactly you're gonna see it, but a monitor that you will see a review of quite shortly, possibly tomorrow, possibly Monday, possibly next Friday. I can't remember. Is literally the ultimate monitor. It's a 500 hertz QD OLED, 27-inch 1440p, and it's not even that expensive. Like, it's £700 or 680. It's expensive. Don't get me wrong, but it like for the ultimate monitor, considering like when Asus was the one making the ultimate monitor with like the 4K 144 Hz IPS, that was like £2,000. So the fact that this is under £700 for a QD OLED in general is already very good in my book. Apologies. Hello, Simon. Using the account on your tablet, if I remember rightly, that was your friend and you've never been able to sign out. It's weird that I know these things about, you people. I mean, I guess that's what parasocial relationships are. But yeah, there you go. Yes, the clocks have shifted, which I'm not happy about. I don't like daylight savings time. It's stupid. It's too much power as it's an RJ45 module, so they get hot. Got it. Yeah. It makes more sense now. I forgot how SFP Plus works. The best drive deal has been a 1TB black for a few months. The SN850X, £84 for a 1TB. The Samsung 990 Evo Plus 1TB is £69. I mean, the Evo there sounds like a pretty decent price. Although I'm pretty sure like you can get decent Gen 3 and even some Gen 4 drives for the like high 50s, low 60s. So I think you could shave a few quid off that for sure. Obviously, if you want the ultimate speed, then those might be better, but yeah. It turns out my PC has been automatically connecting to my mate's place via WireGuard every time I turn it on for where my TrueNAS server is. Nice. I mean, I am connected to my friend's place because that's where my offsite is, so I do have a WireGuard connection between those two. The last handshake was where is it? It's in settings, VPN manager. There we go. 1 minute and 55 seconds ago. It will handshake in 3, 2, 1. Handshake now. There we go. 1 second ago. Yeah. So yeah. Yes. Awesome. The SH did a job. It's probably because I was in that. Yeah, there's nothing there. What are you doing? I give up. Wait, hold on. I know why. No, in the folder app. No, I have no idea where that is. Where was it? I give up. I hate Linux. I'm not using that much storage for the apps. It's fine. I give up. Anywhere in the web UI? Okay, well, Jellyfin's using 1.2 gig. Damn, I should prune some of these. Plex only uses 350 meg. So yeah, all good. Yeah, right. I'm gonna stop looking at that now. I hate Linux. And thank you, John. I do too. No. It's annoying as the low power one is 5-week lead time. The issue I had with this was speed dropped to 1 gig and the link couldn't negotiate and the port kept flapping. Fair. Jim's command does work, traverses the folders recursively, and give the total size used. Yes, it doesn't really matter. John has his answer. I don't care that much. I just run a file size scanner and Docker so I can work out how much everything is using. Fair enough. Correction, the best drive deal was the 4 8TB hard drives I bought for 150. Yeah, that is decent. Not new though, right? So there's a catch. You may need to use complex CLI stuff, but please don't bash Linux. I'm still making my way through this. In fact, you can see where I've got to, which is quite fun. Last week we worked out that this is an original like first edition. Like, what was it, 23rd print of the... Hold on. Yeah, 23rd print of the first edition. Not like brand new, but pretty new. I don't realize this. There's a mail-in order form in the back. Yeah, at the back. Yeah, tear out this page in order to order these other high-quality C language and Unix system titles from the world's premier C/Unix publisher, Prentice Hall. There you go. They're all only about $20. Although saying that, that was what, 1987 was it? Did we work out? I don't. 1978. That's it. So, does someone want to work out what's the most expensive one? $32.95 was, or would be in no $34.95 in today's money. You have 3 special offers, you know. When ordering 3 or 4 copies of the same or different titles, take 10% off of the total list price, excluding sales tax where applicable. B. When ordering 5 to 20 copies of the same or different titles, take 15% off the price. To receive a greater discount when ordering 20 or more copies, call or write the Special Sales Department, College Marketing, Prentice Halls, Inglewood Cliffs, New Jersey. Yeah, even 1978 books had ads in them. Yes, ish. Most people would probably just use a file browser and click a folder and check its contents. Yes. Well, even if there, like, I would much rather there was a simple command to just tell me the size of the folder. Like, $180? 1978, $34.95 in today's money is $180. Jesus Christ, that is expensive then. Sheesh, man. The thing is, I don't entirely know, like, what else can those other books... Yeah, well, I know for current folder, but it doesn't do recursive checks on its own. Like, the fact that you need to write find dot for here, then run the exec command to run du-h in each of the recurring folders manually, like... Surely knowing how much space you have available on your disk is an important, like knowing how big a folder is, or how much stuff is in a folder, is like a very useful, like, it's a thing that I've had to do quite a lot. Like, when you run your own servers for stuff, you have like a limited amount of space. Like, the smallest VPSs generally only have 20 gigabytes of space, so like you need to manage your space pretty effectively, and having no, like, easy to use built-in tools to manage how much space various things take up feels like a very big oversight to me. Like, I know that I'm coming at this a bit like a Windows user, but Jesus, I've only got 20 gigabytes of space. I need to know what's taking up that space, and having to, like, do 10 different Google searches to find commands like the one that Jim gave, just to be able to, like, find out how much storage space any given folder is taking up, feels a bit insane to me. You know? Like, we're always talking about this is year of the Linux, and yet we can't work out how much space there is without, like, using a terminal command. Anyway, I picked this up again for a reason. Why did I pick this up? What was I going to do with it? I don't know. Oh, that was it. I was going to look at the contents page. because I was thinking. Oh no, I was going to look at the other books. I was thinking about what the other books could really tell you, because like this really does tell you everything about the C language, like everything, Bit shifting is just what I happened to stumble upon there. Lexical scope of externals, token replacement, structs and unions, shift operators, multiplicative operators, storage allocators. Really does everything. So what does the C programming language by Kernighan and Ritchie? Well, that's this book. The C answer book, the Unix programming environment, the C puzzle book. Ah, that makes sense. Okay. Linux users just set up dashboards for that Grafana and stuff. Well, sure, but like, what? You have to install Grafana and then use a web portal to find out how much storage space your damn server has, and take up RAM and CPU utilization to do that. Like, I know that Windows does a lot of stuff in the background, but yeah. No, I know that it want to have good like GUIs, but like surely, you know, when so that folder that I was trying to work out how much space stuff takes, right? That had 2 subfolders. So I just wanted it to tell me a list of those subfolders and how much space each of those folders was taking up. That's all I want. And my options were tell me the total use of the space in the entire folder, or have to go into the folder and then check, or use like a specialist multi-command to find anything out. Like, it just I use WinDRstat a lot, yes. QDRstat is the Linux version. Nice. That's cool. I worked with a guy in my last job, and he said he was a Linux guy and he only used the keyboard on Windows. So that doesn't make any sense. If you said mouse, I would have understood. But keyboard? Oh God, I'm dizzy again. Hold on. Bear with. If I'm regularly operating with 3 brain cells, I have 0 today. I am sorry for being an idiot. Nope. Okay, awesome. As in, he only used shortcuts and stuff. Fair enough. I mean, I use a lot of shortcuts in Windows for sure. Even in File Explorer. I use a shortcut to open File Explorer. Max depth. I have used that argument once before, yes. I remember what context. The best Windows shortcut is Control Alt Shift Windows and L. Is that the one that restarts your graphics drivers? There's a combination that restarts your graphics drivers. It's also not intuitive, and one has to search for stuff. It's not like listed or any central help apart from the Arch wiki. If you already know the command, then you can check the man page, but you need to know the command already. That opens LinkedIn. Ah, right, yes. I forgot Microsoft added that at some point. Which one does your graphics drivers? Is it like F3 or something, or F6? Like, it's Control Alt Shift, maybe Windows, and like F something, maybe. Windows Control Shift B. There you go. Is Windows Control Shift and Alt and then MSN? I remember that. It's been a while. Oh, God. I feel really dizzy. Let's have a little bit of water. MSN became like Microsoft something news or whatever. I use Shift Win S all the time. Is that screen capture? Snipping tool. Is that what that is? W is Word, P is PowerPoint. Is X Excel? Yeah, snipping. I mean, I just hit Windows and then press S and then enter. Actually, to get the whole tree size, I guess you need find path, name, star, exec, DUSH, to run the summary of the full tree size on each file directory target. Yeah, so that's the thing. How fuck. That's the thing. That command is insane. Like I'm a software developer. I have used Linux plenty. I run and manage 5 Linux servers, technically, 2 at home, 3 online. And like I am not very well versed. I'm okay, averagely versed, and that's still insane. Just to find out how much storage space any given folder is taking up. Like, I'm not mad at you, I'm mad at Linux. And yes, it is only, I just got hit with Excel in white mode jump scare. Nice. I'm glad to be of service. There. Oh. Oh, I did test an interesting controller this week, actually. From a company called Hyperkin. It's called The Competitor. Because it's a PlayStation controller for an Xbox. Like, it's an officially licensed Xbox controller, but with a PlayStation, like, a beautiful copycat PlayStation thumbstick layout, like D-pad and buttons style, even just the like straight stuff. It's just a straight rip and it's beautiful. And it's only 40 quid, which is the exact same price as an official controller. The only caveat is that it's wired only. No wireless. Wired only. But yeah. Um uh Best of luck, Simon. Is the wire less than 3 meters? No, it's at least 3, possibly like 5. It's really long. It's a hard shell wire, so it does hold its shape frustratingly well. But yeah, like it's a hard plastic. It's not like braided. It's not paracord. It's not soft fiber. It's hard plastic. I don't have anything directly to compare to. Even this even this chunky like welding wire basically is that's covered in sawdust is like softer than that one. Like this is like pliable silicon, whereas that thing is kind of hard plastic. But yeah, no, it's fine. It's good. It's only 40 quid. If you like the PlayStation layout but want a game on Xbox, or honestly more likely these days PC, with a like properly supported Xbox controller, that's pretty great. Not gonna lie. Yeah. Hyperkin the competitor. What? Right, tomorrow's video is the a bunch of really cheap Amazon controllers to see how terrible they can be. And then Monday is that 500 Hz OLED. And then next Friday will be that controller, the Hyperkin, and then the following Monday will be what makes a good gaming monitor. So yeah. Back in the day, I administered Unix boxes from Sun, HBM, HBM, HP, IBM, SGI, and SCO. Don't even talk about the Apollo domain, Aegis. Each vendor improved their systems beyond recognition in incompatible ways. Nice. Do you know what? The bit of this book that I was just reading was talking about the sizes of like ints and chars on various systems. So the DEC PDP-11, we're looking here, used ASCII, which is what we still use, by the way. Oh, Unicode, but same. So a char character is 8 bits long. An integer is 16 bits. A short is 16 bits. A long is 32 bits. Float is 32 bits, and a double is 64 bits. A Honeywell 6000, all the same thing, except chars are 9 bits, because that's insane. Ints are 36 bits, as are everything except for doubles, which are 72. The IBM 370 uses not ASCII, but EBCDIC, something you've never heard of. Well, actually, Be Right might have. 8 bits, ints are 32, shorts are 16, longs are 32, so they're not longer than standard ints. Floats are 32, and doubles are. And then the interdata 832 is the same, except it uses ASCII. If anyone wants to see that page, there's the table. Pause now if you really care. Probably don't. Also, and there's the definition of what char, int, float, and double are. Also short, long, and unsigned ints. Yeah. It's kind of funny because I've been using, especially when writing embedded code that is uses C, like Arduino uses C. Wow, it's sort of a weird stripped down version of C and C++, sort of. Anyway, when using, I've used C and a lot of, it was talking about like how to tell the compiler that you're writing a hexadecimal or an octal. So like OX is hexadecimal, just an O is octal, OB is binary. So like I've used that stuff for ages, but I've not really had a true understanding of it. So then reading it in that and being like, oh, this is actually how it's meant to be. This is like, here's the foundational understanding that you have built your tower of cards on top of that you didn't have. I guess it sures the footing of my understanding, so that's kind of nice. Honeywell used to make computers, apparently. The wonderful thing about modern systems is that 64-bit types differ between Linux and Windows. They do? Please expand. Again, I have no brain cells available today. I think it actively hurts to think, which sucks, because I like thinking. Fun. What's that? What? I don't have the brain cells to understand you, Chris. Oh, God. Trying to remember. I think long is 32-bit on Windows and long is 64, whereas long is 64 bits on Linux and long is something. No worries, Simon. I hope you have a good time day at insert W swear word here. Ow. Yeah. Hope you have a good day. I assume you're talking about in C as well, because I know that for like I use C# an awful lot, well, for my desktop apps. Although I'd like to make a cross-platform compatible app at some point. Well, God knows how to do that. But yeah. No. Come on, brain. There's not even two brain cells to rub together in there. What are we talking about? Focus. Yeah, I know that in C#, which I've got a lot of experience with, which is primarily a Windows language, I guess. Anyway, that longs are in fact longer than ints. Although what's kind of fun is because longs and shorts are really just ints in disguise, it's just telling the compiler what size of an int you want. So like even on a 8-bit microcontroller, you could still have a 16-bit long int by just using 2 memory address spaces. So oh, come on, boy. Whatever I was talking about is completely gone from my head, which is really annoying, and I'm sure not the most fun for you, so I can only apologize. But yeah. Right, different sizes. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that you can thing, yeah. Stat check, I'm dreadful. Just dreadful. I'm pretty sure that my ulcerative colitis is not being treated well, or not treated well, managed well, and I think it spread to my stomach. So everything is pain. Everything is pain. For some reason today I have felt dizzy, lightheaded, and a horrible headache. Bit of neck pain in there too. Very nauseous. In fact, actually, I can feel my nausea medication wearing off. So, luckily, I have a little vial of anti-nausea medication. Hello. I still feel weird calling you Yeti, but hello, Yeti. How you doing? A little white pill. Those ones taste horrible. And considering they're an anti-nausea medication, you think that they could, like, you know, sprinkle it with, I don't know, sugar or something, or just something that doesn't taste... Ah. Ah. Vile. And then water doesn't help, it just spreads it around more. Ah. Ah. Am I better than you, apparently? That's not hard. I'm in the pit of despair. Yeah. Oh, and I basically haven't slept for a week. I've been in so much pain. Like, my entire spine has just been agony that I've not slept, or at least not slept well. So yeah, I think come on. uh, have you tried a bitter or Kinley water? I don't know what either of those are. Um, sounds like even the power of cocaine wouldn't help. No, I have been using caffeine pills as a uh stimulant for ADHD. For those that don't know, well, one, I have ADHD and autism, and two, if you have ADHD, stimulants don't do what they do for non-ADHD people. You know, in theory, they are stimulating. They give you a load of energy. You get hyperactive, and you get, you know, buzzed, depending. For people with ADHD, stimulants, be that caffeine or be that stimulant medication that you get, like lisdexamfetamine, or methylphenidate, those actually generally help you calm down, which sounds weird, but brain chemistry is stupid. So yeah, it helps me an awful lot in calming down, being able to focus, being able to put the energy that I already have into useful things rather than just sitting and stewing. So yeah. Fun being disabled. Bitter, sort of think Jägermeister, and Kinley is Shep's tonic water. Fair enough. I don't drink alcohol, and if I did, one, I would just use it as a coping mechanism and be an alcoholic immediately, and two, it's expensive, and three, I hate the taste of them all, and four, I'm 100% sure it would conflict with one of the 8 prescription medications I take on a very regular basis and probably kill me. So been there, drinking coffee to survive the day, and I'm sleepy all day until I lay down and go to sleep at night, and then it kicks in with a vengeance. Well, the funny thing with stimulants and people with ADHD is that stimulants can actually help you sleep, or at least help you sleep better. It depends on the person, and like, if especially if you have the hyperactive side of ADHD. So there's hyperactive and inattentive, the two subsets of ADHD. I have both. My wife is mostly just the inattentive side. Um, and so for me, caffeine or stimulants help calm me down and help would like I could take it before bed and it would help me sleep better. Whereas for her, it would keep her up all night. Um, but still not quite in the same way as neurotypical people. But anyway, doesn't really matter. There you go. Turns out that iOS updates can brick the baseband IC or the modem on an iPhone. I mean, I'm not that surprised. Everything that's in the phone can be firmware updated within the phone. Hold on. Yeah. So, you know, I said the ulcerative colitis is in my stomach. Well, this is that pill dissolving in my stomach and lightly fighting with my stomach wall and hurting quite a lot. You know what? This isn't really fun for either of us, so I think I'm going to call it there. It's a little early, but Jesus, I'm dying. I hope you all have a good week. I hope you all stay safe. Hope you all have fun. If there's a stream next week, it means I survived. If not, there's a couple of videos, you know, scheduled, and then, you know, peace. I'll catch you guys next week. Ow.